Hey, what's going on, Solar Family? It's James here. Hopefully, you're doing amazing. If you're watching me on Facebook, say what's up, say hello. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe before you bounce out of here. And before I jump into the topic, if you haven't scheduled a solar strategy call with me personally, there's going to be a link somewhere around this video. Make sure you schedule a solar strategy call, especially if you want to learn, sales and marketing skills that can take you to the next level, right? Take you to the next level. So make sure you do that. Hey, what's up, Leon? How are you, brother? How are you, man? It's been really beautiful out here in San Diego. So I'm sitting outside, chilling, making this video. It's been a little chilly, but now it's super, super nice. But the topic of this video is how to be the best solar closer, right? And this is just my perspective, my opinion, and these are the things that I've been using to be the best, right? At the end of the day, you have to be your best, right? Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just do the best that you can do. It's kind of like Michael Phelps, right? I'm not sure what Olympics that is and he was competing, but there was one time where his competitor is always looking at Michael Phelps to see, as they're swimming, to see where he's at. And they came so close, or he came so close to beating Michael Phelps. But if he just focused on, the task at hand without, worrying about the other person, then, you get a lot further, right? Because a lot of times too, and I've been guilty of this, when you kind of compare yourself to other people, but it all depends on what part of the journey are you in, right? Because you could be starting out and you're comparing yourself to someone that's been in say, for example, in solar for 6, 7, 8 years, right? Say, for example, for me, I've been in the game for a very long time, so obviously I'm going to be a little bit further ahead than someone that just got started, right? So I guess the first tip is stay focused, right? Be the best version of you, and I think that all relates down to mindset, right? To be a really good closer. Hey, Earl, what's going on, man? And Earl had some really good perspective on this as well. It doesn't really how much knowledge you have on your skill set, right? And I know, Earl, you went through this a lot through the trainings that you've done for me or with me. It's not necessarily about the skill set that you have. It's basically, what is your mindset, right? What are your goals? What's your target? What's the reason why you're doing what you're doing? Right? Because what happens is when adversity hits you, which it will, right? There's going to be times in your life where you probably experience that you're going to hit some failures, right? You're going to hit rock bottom. And, the challenge is, how fast can you get up from that? And I honestly feel that it all starts in your mindset. It doesn't matter, what career you're in. I honestly feel that every successful business owner, successful athlete, or anybody that is in their pinnacle of their career has a really powerful and strong mindset. Absolutely, Earl. And I love, if you guys aren't following Earl, make sure you guys follow Earl. He's amazing. He's amazing. But like I said, I want to share with you guys some of the strategies and tips that I've been using over the last few years that made me the best, based on the best for me, right? The best performance that I can. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, but these are the things that I'm doing to be the best version of myself, right? And the first thing is mindset, right? Because there's so many limiting beliefs that we have. And if you have those limiting beliefs, it really holds you back. Because at the end of the day, the only one holding you back is yourself, right? In reaching your goals, whatever your goals are, right? No matter how big, no matter how small. And I honestly feel that, you have to break through those limiting beliefs and understand why, what is the purpose, what is the reason why you want to, make that kind of income, or whatever goal you have. You have to tie your why around that. Thank you, Earl. Thank you, man. And the tip for you guys as well is, to be really good in this industry is just be an authentic version of yourself and be personable. Right? And you don't need to be a salesman to really make it in this industry, right? We're not selling any used cars. We're not, twisting any arms or whatnot. You have to be an educator. Be an educator, and you'll see yourself close a lot more deals, and, try to use these kind of manipulative kind of sales tactics with homeowners. Obviously, we're using sales psychology, but at the end of the day, just build an authentic relationship with these homeowners that you have, and just be an educator, right? What I've noticed is people that are really doing well in this industry they're just authentic with their homeowners. They're building a relationship, and they're not trying to strong arm anyone, right? And the ones that do strong arm homeowners to signing a contract, what happens is they may throw up a lot of numbers, right? That you may see a sales guy throwing up these amazing numbers, closing 10, 15, 20 deals every single month. But you guys all know what happens with those deals, right? They end up, the majority of them end up canceling because they're just not solid deals, right? Because maybe just the homeowner was scared to say no because, you may be intimidating and whatnot, right? But, at the end of the day, just build an authentic relationship with your homeowners and be an educator and let them decide, at the end of the day, let them decide if solar's for them, right? And another tip for you is improve your sales skills. If you're not closing like 30% of your deals, meaning that you're not closing 3 out of every 10 homeowners that you sit down with, practice your skills, right? What I recommend is, first and foremost, learning a pitch that actually works, right? You're not trying to reinvent the wheel over again, right? Practice something that already works. And then from there, refine it and make it your own, and practice with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your dog, whoever, right? Record yourself, right? Pop in the recorder and then pop in your phone and record yourself. Then you'll see exactly like how you're pitching it and little nuances that you may want to tweak. Based on, your recording and whatnot. But practice. And this is more like a sales tip, but a lot of times the majority of homeowners that you sit down with, they're going to tell you, let me think about it, right? They're going to, yeah, exactly. Or I'll keep it simple. They're going to tell you like 60% of these homeowners are going to say, I'm just not quite ready. Let me think about it. But what I noticed with a lot of consultants is they just let the homeowner go too quickly, right? They're like, oh, okay, I'll just be back then, right? You need to dig in deeper and understand why the homeowner is not moving forward, and don't let them off so easily, right? Make sure you use all of the strategies in the books to try to get them to move forward and find out why. Why aren't you quite ready? Right? Because you could be closing a lot more deals if you just really determine like, why aren't you ready to move forward right now? Right? And obviously there's a lot of things that you can do to set up your presentation at the beginning to elicit a response from the homeowner that is more positive. But at the end of the day, most homeowners are going to tell you, I got to think about it. I got to talk to my husband. I got to talk to my spouse, my dog, my neighbor, whatever. But you really have to dig in deep and understand why. What is the reason why you can't move forward right now, right? Don't let them off too easily. And that leads me to the point of one-leggers, right? Enable for you to be a really high closer and for you not to waste your time with homeowners is, don't ever sit down in an appointment when it's a one-legger, meaning it's only a husband by himself or a wife by himself. Even for the husbands, right? They'll let you know, like, hey, James, I wear the pants in this house and I make all the decisions. That's a bunch of BS, right? Especially if you're married. Obviously, it's a big decision. It's a high-ticket investment. For the most part, if they have a wife, they have a husband, make sure that you're presenting the information to both of them, right? And if they're not, both there, you may want to think about rescheduling the appointment, right? Because I would rather reschedule the appointment and have the best chance of closing the deal than presenting the information to a one-legger, maybe a husband or maybe a wife, and I'm going to hope for the best that that person, relays the information back to their significant other correctly, right? For the most part, they're not, right? You know how it is. The communication breakdown, is so easily broken down, right? Especially if you're just presenting it to one person and you're expecting that one person to relay that message back to their spouse. It ain't gonna happen, right? So I would just reschedule it. I would just reschedule the appointment. And lastly, but really helped me start closing deals is finding a coach, right? Find a coach, find a mentor that currently is doing, what you want, right? Especially if you're not closing too many deals, find a mentor. Or say, for example, if you're at the door, Earl is amazing at the door, right? Reach out to Earl and he can teach you his strategies on he gets homeowners to speak to him or the homeowner gives him the time of day to have a quick conversation at the door about solar, because you have to do things differently, right? If you're doing something that's the same as everybody else, more than likely you're not closing any deals or you're not generating any leads. So find a coach, invest in a coach that's going to kick your butt a bit and let you know, like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, right? Because it's a new year. And if you do the same exact thing that you did last year, guess what? You're going to get the exact same results. And even if your results was great last year, let's make your results amazing this year, right? So that would be my tip for you. I mean, those are my tips. And like I said, those are the things that I've been using in my business that help me get ahead, right? And it's basically, at the end of the day, it helps me become the best version of myself, right? Become the best version of yourself. Other than that, hopefully you guys got some value from this, and hopefully your year is starting out to be an amazing year. And at the end of the day, do something different this year than you did last year. Step out of your comfort zone, whatever that is, right? Whether that's making more, videos, maybe that's jumping on live on Facebook. Face your fears and be not necessarily fearless, but fearless, right? Obviously, not all of us can be fearless all the time, right? The fear is always going to be there, but fear less, right? Fear less this year. And you're going to see your income grow. You're going to see your impact grow. And I guarantee you that. And again, if you guys haven't scheduled your free solar strategy call, make sure you jump on a strategy call with me. And I'd love to share my tips and strategy with you. And I love learning from you as well, right? As much as I love teaching and sharing the information that I know, I actually learn a lot from the solar consultants I speak to every single day. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you schedule that free solar strategy call. It's beautiful out here in San Diego. Can you believe it? It's January and the sun is shining. And I know the guys that, especially Earl that lives in San Diego, you guys are experiencing this blessed, beautiful weather right now. Again, if you guys, I kind of went off topic there, but it's just amazing. But if you guys haven't scheduled that call, make sure you schedule the call. And if you're watching me on YouTube, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Other than that, hopefully that helps you out a bit. And I'll talk to you guys really soon. Peace.